Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
In the early morning of April 28, 2015, and a crew who worked from the Southwestern Railroad, or SW, were about to park their train in the siding just south of Roswell. The call sign is L-SWWC002-1271, also known as the Roswell Local that runs on the Carlsbad subdivision. The local consisted of two engines. The lead unit was CEFX SD40M-2, number 3124. It was first built as SP as an SD45, built in April of 1968, and behind it was UP9851, an SD50, built as a DRGW 5507, built in September of 1984. At Dexter, New Mexico, 10 miles south of Roswell, both crews backed their train to East Chisholm siding, secure it, and report to the dispatcher. The area is a dark territory or non-signal territory, meaning crews had to rely on their track warrants given to the dispatcher to ensure the trains run safely. The crew secured the switch if it switched to the main line, and both went off duty at 6 o'clock in the morning. Meanwhile, on the same line was BNSF M-CLO-CRL1-27A, were bound to Carlsbad, New Mexico from Clovis. The trains consisted of 9 engines. The leader was 2 Firmex SD70 Aces, 4072, 4070, Firmex ES44AC number 4682, 3 BNSF-944CWs number 1077, 1063, 5432, BNSF ES44C4 number 7134, and finally 2 BNSF-944CWs number 5108 and 4430. The train was pulling 79 cars. At 6:20 a.m., the train was approaching east end of Chisholm siding, traveling at 42 miles per hour. 500 feet before the switch, the crew noticed something was wrong. The switch was set towards the local where it was sitting. The train immediately threw their emergency brakes and bailed out, but it was a little too late to stop in time. The train collided with the local at 6:23 a.m. The force of the collision caused 7 engines from the southbound train to derail, and 3 cars from the local to derail. Some locomotives jackknifed like a zigzag, and one of them leaked fuel. UP 9851's cab was cut in half when the train pushed 200 feet, causing some cars to derail and destroy the cab of 9851. The crew of 4072 suffered severe injuries after they jumped from their train. They were airlifted to a hospital at Lubbock, Texas, where the engineer was pronounced dead after jumping from the train. And there's the question, how can this happen? And why this early morning rude awakening? The National Transportation Safety Board launched an investigation. During the interview with investigators, the conductor of the local claimed the switch was set for the main line as it should have been. But it was later found out the switch was locked for the siding and not for the main. The conductor was probably feeling fatigued from working a night shift and wasn't thinking clearly. The conductor of the local was blamed for the improperly doing his job of both aligning the switch to the main and reporting it to the dispatcher. There have been wrecks in the past. 2 examples like the Kismet train collision and the Cactus train collision of 2006. In the end, Firmex's 4070, 4072, and 4682 were repaired and returned to service with Firmex. BNSF 1077, 1063, 5432, 7134, 5108, and 4430 were also repaired and returned to service. However, BNSF 1063's nose was repainted to H3. All of those are still in service as of today. For the local, 3124 was repaired and returned to service but its whereabouts are unknown, but I'm assuming that 3124 was stored away. But UP-9851, it was unfortunately a total loss and scrapped. It has been 6 years since this wreck. Hopefully, we won't see another wreck like this ever again.